Pakistan, and a huge congratulations to Australia for completing the win inside 4 days and maintaining their unbeaten record here at the Gabba. I'd first like to hear from the losing captain, Azhar. Azhar, it all started with so much promise. You won the toss that first session, and then Australia came back hard in that second session on day one. It felt like you were always chasing your tail from there.
Yeah, definitely. I think when we won the toss, we wanted to, score big in the first inning. We started off well, but I think in first day we won 2 sessions, but we lost one very badly. So I think if you lose one session very badly in test matches, it is always very hard to come back from there, especially if you're playing in Australia against Australia. So I think that was the missed opportunity, and also like when we scored 240, then when we came out to bowl, we didn't build enough pressure.
Was it good to see some fight from your boys today, though? And is Babar Azam and Mohammad Rizwan the template for how you'd like to bat in these conditions?
Yeah, definitely. I think almost all of our guys are in good nick. And Babar and Rizwan showed the way today, and also Shan played really well. So I think these two boys, its partnerships are very important. So sure, once you get a good partnership going, things start to get quite easy out there. Obviously, Australian balls always come hard at you, but if you get in, there's a lot of the wicket was very good. I think it was again the case that in the first inning we missed out the opportunity.
When it comes to your seam attack, and you're looking back at with all the hindsight in the world, how much did you miss Mohammad Abbas?
Yes, it's always tough leaving Abbas out. He's been performing very well for us, but we've been thinking quite hard the way these 3 bowlers were bowling who played this test match. They were exceptionally bowling well. They played the side going against a very good Australian A side, and they bowled phenomenally there. So I think obviously Abbas is always there for us, and but unfortunately the bowling we played we couldn't deliver, but hopefully in the next game we'll come back strong.
A debut for Naseem Shah. How impressed were you with the way he bowled and handled his first test match?
Yeah, very good. I think for a 16-year-old guy, and the grounds are not easy. There are heavy grounds, and he came up and he bowled his with very good pace, consistent pace. So I was very impressed, and temperament. His line and lengths were good. When he used his short ball, his lengths were good in that as well. So I think he's a very bright prospect for Pakistan, and inshallah he'll be very great success in the future.
Just the 4 overs that he bowled yesterday, the reason that was given was his workload. Is that the reason? And if so, do you need to look at the balance of your side when you place so much expectation on the other inexperienced seamers and then also a few spinners in your side?
Yeah, obviously we'll look at it in next couple of days. But the thing is, he was bowling really well, and he looked very fit. But we don't want him to break. Obviously, he's very young. We want him to have a long career. So yes, we want him badly, but obviously we had to manage him accordingly.
Hard luck and all the best in the next Test match.
Cheers. Thank you very much.
Now time to hear from the winning captain, Tim Paine. Tim, 31 years unbeaten here at this ground. A very special way to start the Test summer.
Yeah, really happy. I think any time you win a Test by over an innings, you've done a lot right. So, really proud of the way we've started the innings, and to maintain our record at the Gabba is excellent.
Felt like you set up the game in the first 2 or 3 days. Let's talk about the batting, because you asked of your teammates that there were more contributions other than Steve Smith.
Yeah.
You've got 2 big centuries in there, a 97 and a 50. You must be so pleased with that.
Yeah, very pleasing. There's no secret, I suppose, throughout the winter months we relied on Steve a little bit too heavily. So we know we've got some real quality in our batting order. We've got some games into some guys like Marnus and Travis Head now, Matthew Wade. So we've got a pretty reasonable batting lineup. It was just a matter of putting it all together in the middle, and certainly to score 580 is exactly what you want out of your Test batters on a really good wicket.
How good was it to see David Warner back in the runs in Test cricket, and also that century from Marnus?
Yeah, it's fantastic to see Davey back. Obviously had his struggles over in England, but I think a lot of left-handers would have facing that at the start. So, we knew that Davey, when he got back to Australia, is a different proposition, and he played superbly.
Feels like you've got an opening partnership that you can go with long-term as well now.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope they score that many runs too, because we don't want to spend enough time with them in the change rooms, to be honest, Joe and Bull. But yeah, I think they've got a really good connection. There's no doubt about that. I think you could see that even with their running between the wickets from the get-go. They love batting together, and I thought they set the tone for the whole Test match.
What did it mean to you to see Marnus play the way he did?
Yeah, that was awesome. I think everyone on our team was really proud, really happy for Marnus to score his first Test 100. It's he works as hard as anyone, literally anyone. Probably hits as many balls as Steve Smith, and loves the game of cricket. Gives our team some real energy out on the field and in the change rooms, and just in general. So we were really pleased for a teammate like Marnus to finally arrive on the big stage. I thought his Ashes in tough conditions was awesome, and he looks like he's getting better and better, which is a great thing for Australian cricket.
Just lastly, a word on your bowlers, how they went in this Test match, and how much you're looking forward to the pink ball Test.
Yeah, I thought they were pretty good. We probably hold them to a really high standard, to be honest, so we would have liked to have cleaned up a little bit quicker today, but I thought the two guys out in the middle batted really well as well, and the ball went a bit soft and we couldn't get it to do much. So yeah, look, we know I've got an excellent all-round attack. They've taken 20 wickets for us again, which they continually do, so we're very lucky to have them, and whilst we can continue to put enough runs on the board, I think they're going to win us a lot of Test matches.
Congratulations and all the best in the next match.
Thank you. Cheers.
Tim Paine, the Australian captain. To win this Player of the Match award for Domain, we're going to bring up the Domain representative, Jason Alford, who's going to present Marnus Labuschagne $500 as a donation to Movember.
Thank you.
Marnus, your maiden Test century at your home ground in front of your family in a winning cause. What does that mean to you?
Yeah, look, it's pretty special to have it all pan out like that. It's a privilege to wear this hat, and it's good to have a winning contribution and help us win a Test match.
You've talked a bit about wanting to just focus on the moment at hand, but what was going through your mind in the 90s?
Yeah, it was very tough. Your mind keeps casting you forward about, if you get there, and you get a bit nervous. And, luckily enough, I was able to squirt one through gully there. And, as we saw, there was plenty of emotion. And, it's a big thing for not only me, but my family and everyone that's contributed to my success.
The first of many, hopefully. We noticed a change in your technique. How has that helped with your game?
Oh, it's been a long process. It's sort of not just happened overnight, but some of the technical changes that I have done since I kind of went to England and learned to play in those conditions have helped me so much. And then playing at the Gabba, you're always tested for Queensland here, and then when you play here for Australia, there's a reason it's our favourite place to play the first Test of the summer.
Looking forward to playing the day-night Test at Adelaide?
Yeah, it's going to be so exciting. It'll be my first Test match in Adelaide, so the pink ball, it's such a spectacle, so hopefully it's going to be a really good contest.
Congratulations once again, Marnus, and all the best in that game.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Marnus Labuschagne, the Domain Player of the Match. That concludes the presentation here.